going on, guys? It's me, Rice Cake, for the win here. I know my camera is not really good at low light situations, but I don't care. I just wanted to record this. This is a really, really good video. This is for all the new truck drivers out there, the new guys that are, just barely getting started and, doing their thing. And that little glowing red thing is my finger covering the red light, and I can turn it off, but I'm too lazy to right now because GoPros are complicated. Anyways, look at the beautiful sunset that you see, or sunrise. I'm in Sparks, Nevada, aka Reno. I don't know. Yeah, it's all like one big city with different, cities in it. I don't know. But I'm here at a grocery outlet. Of all the places, this car parks like right there in a handicap zone. Smart guy. But anyways, this video is meant for new drivers that especially are getting used to this guy right here. This is our Qualcomm MCP200. It's basically the brains and the computer of what goes on here at Schneider and all the other big companies out there. Without it, we fall apart and we falter and we fall down. But for me, fortunately, I have a Trucker GPS right here. I suggest every driver to get one. Not because this doesn't work right here, but because it's another tool that we could use. You use tools such as your Atlas, this right here, your MCP200 navigation, and a third party I call GPS. And on top of that, you use something called, that's my nephew by the way, Google Maps. Google Maps will, with these conjunction of all these tools, it'll guarantee a stress-free delivery, especially to areas that you're not familiar with. A lot of drivers are just, prone to, because we have this mentality that we're on a car or a motorcycle or something, but we could just pull up somewhere. You got this huge, tractor. You got a 53-foot trailer and 22 feet of tractor. So it's like, what makes you think that you could just pull up anywhere where you want? So a lot of times, a lot of guys, I had a Swift driver that was training with me. He came over to Schneider and he kept going off of this little star right here. He kept going off of that. It was driving me nuts. I kept telling him, dude, look at the signs. Read the signs. We pull up to a customer, and I obviously saw the sign. I've been there before. It said no trucks. Flat out said no trucks. Auto entrance only. And I told him, slow down, read the sign. And he just read that it was Winco Foods. It was a customer that we go to. Winco Foods. He kept saying Winco Foods. I'm like, read the rest of the sign. Winco Foods. Entrance. And he totally, like, we block out the rest. We want to see what we want. We want to read what we want to see. We want. And honestly, the entrance wasn't big enough for a truck, which made me think, what if I wasn't there? He would have been trying to get into that stupid entrance and got the truck stuck. So it's good to think ahead of time before you even get to the place. What I do is, of course, I use my MCP200 and go through all the steps right here. And I notice, right here, North Carson Street, it shows right there where I'm going. That's my next stop. And I know this GPS right here will do the same thing. Basically, it's just showing the address of where it's at. Let me go back. I already entered it here. North Carson Street. There we go. So I go ahead and enter it on both GPSs. They're very similar. Mileage is pretty much the same on both. 31 you know, it's kind of hard to get lost here. But the only problem is I went ahead and looked it up on Google Maps. I'm not too sure if you guys could see this, but we get to North Carson Street. Here's the grocery outlet. I'm not sure if that's going to focus or you guys could see it. Let me go ahead and brighten it up for you. Ooh, look at that. Let's see if it focuses. Give it a second to focus. I'm not too sure if it's focusing, but I'm going to go ahead and just give it a shot here. But as you can see, I don't see any truck entrances in that general area, and that's a normal sized car right there. And imagine a truck trying to get into this parking lot. It ain't gonna work. So I zoom out. Oops, it twisted. There we go. I zoom out, and the only thing I could see where a truck could back up into and they could unload me is right there. It's on Dan Street and Fall Street. They got a little gate, and there's plenty of room for a truck with especially a 53-foot trailer to back up, and they could unload me. Looks like that's their ice box right there. So if I just left it to me following that star or the GPS, I would have been lost already. Without even just starting, I was lost already. So it's always good to be a play ahead of time. Use Google Maps, use GPS, and ultimately use your atlas if everything else fails. An atlas will show you how to get there. Unfortunately, it won't show you where the entrances are at. An atlas is just as useful as a GPS, and of course, you know, they just show you where to go. It won't point you to where it's at. Everyone's like, oh, an atlas will do the same job. Yeah, it would. You know, it doesn't require any input. It's just you have to know how to use it, flipping through the pages and stuff. If we didn't have GPS or anything, I'm very sure I can't use any of these three tools, and we'd be stuck with an atlas just like the good old trucker days. And of course, you know, those guys I give a lot of props to. But technology has gotten better, and if you use these tools to help you out, then it's pretty much a stress-free situation. All you have to do is make sure that you get there safely, not hitting anything, you know. And this guy right here just parks right in front of my truck. Fortunately, the entrance and exit's right there. But anyways, that's all I just wanted to show you. As the sun comes up, got beautiful clouds here. Hopefully I get out of here. They said tomorrow it's gonna snow, and after that it's gonna be like a high of 30 and a low of 9 degrees, which is below freezing. But whatever. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you guys. A lot of companies such as, you know, Swift, Warner, all these other different companies, they have the MCP200s. I know CR England has a type of computer, and all these mid-sized companies have like something with Qualcomm or another computer, E-logs that they have. But in general, they all work the same. They're the same deal, just, you know, different processes that you have to go through. But with that said, you guys have a good day. They made me work early, or they made me come in early for the holidays after Friday. Came in, and this is what happens when I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. During the week, the loads are dispatched via your planner, your area planner, and that area planner shoots it down to your dispatcher, and your dispatcher sends it to you. aka our dispatcher is also known as a DBL, driver business leader. Us Schneider guys, or Schneider loves their acronyms. But yeah, let's just go look at that beautiful sunset right there, or sunrise. Sunrise. So on the weekends, a lot of times your area planner is gone, and so is your DBL. So guess who sends the loads to you? Green Bay. Green Bay sends the loads to you. So what Green Bay does is they don't know if loads are critical. They don't know if loads are hazardous. They don't know if loads are time sensitive. They just put you on a load so you could get going somewhere. I know what my load is. Ooh, the receiving door just opened. Anyways, guys, I'll continue this vlog later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Or I'll just continue it, cut it off, open up the doors, and da-da-da. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.